It is now 10 o'clock at night. We're starting our podcast.
Welcome. Somehow or other, you have found the Crafty Toads. You may not want to stay.
Turn back, Dorothy.
Before it's too late. All right, so third start. 3 is a charm.
Here we go.
This is going to work,
We're not
right?
stopping.
We're not stopping. I don't care what happens. There may be an earthquake, but we are going to continue. We're in New Jersey. It's very likely that we will not have an earthquake.
Okay. Anything can happen. We've had them all.
All right, so we are the Crafty Toads. We are a podcast about knitting and sewing and a couple of other things. I am Mary Beth. You can find me all over as MaryBeth494. I am mostly on Instagram and Ravelry. I did a whole thing about how I should be doing more on Instagram, but this is the third time, and really it's kind of boring right now, so
Really
post more.
That woman
okay?
ever say anything else?
Go ahead.
I'm Helen HG on Ravelry and Instagram, and
Are you Helen HG69 or just
I
Helen
am.
HG?
yes,
Okay. It's been a long morning.
technical difficulties, both with the technical equipment and technical equipment.
User.
Uh,
User error. User. Okay, go ahead.
Anyway,
Helen
start this over.
HG69.
I am Helen HG69. Don't go stalk some poor Helen HG, because there's a reason why I have the 69 after my name. Instagram and Ravelry, we are also show up as Toad Hollow NJ on Instagram and Periscope. Mainly we use Periscope to watch Sue from
Knit24.
Knit24.
And Eric from Sticks and Twine. Sticks with Twine.
Oh, and yesterday I got a notification that Lin-Manuel Miranda was Periscoping. I'm like, oh, okay.
Was
I'm
that
in.
what you were watching this morning?
Yeah, he lost his pants.
Okay. Okay. Gotta go find that one. So, Lin-Manuel Miranda is watching. Periscoping, not watching.
Lin-Manuel
Periscoping.
Miranda's watching the Crafty Toads.
Okay.
This is gonna be a punchy episode.
Our podcast is called the Crafty Toads. We have a Ravelry group that is also called the Crafty Toads, oddly enough. We have a couple of knit-alongs going on right now, and it's a really nice group if you want to join us. We have people asking questions and other knitters helping them out, and it's just a really cool group. So
Yeah.
we should also probably say if you want to follow us with YouTube, and get notifications when we upload videos, because it's not like we're consistent or anything. You can just click subscribe if you like it, and then
We're
you get a
getting
notification.
Close, not really, to 100.
Did we pass 60 yet?
Yes, we're closer to 100 than we are to 0.
There you go.
So,
Yay us! We are climbing up the ranks.
and we will be so excited when we hit 100. The Grocery Girls just celebrated 5,000. But we're going to have a giveaway when we hit 100.
So there. Take that, Grocery Girls. So,
we're taking it down.
anyway, new viewers, welcome. Seriously, think twice before staying. Old viewers coming back again, thank you very much for putting up with our insanity. I would not call it that. We'll go with insanity, okay? All right. Welcome. We're going to start off with finished objects, because I actually have a finished object, so I am very, very excited about this.
Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail.
Yep, I was good. I finished. However,
I
I'm
still
dying
have 4
of heat.
days.
Dying of heat. So,
I do not understand the lighting.
I don't know. I really
It's
don't.
like Mary Beth is in this angelic glow, and I'm in this green ooze.
I really don't think so. I really don't
Okay.
think so.
Okay. Don't you see that you're lighter than I am?
No, I think we're both the same.
Okay. Obviously, I'm going crazy.
No, I don't have my glasses on, so basically it's just a blur. No, actually, I don't need my glasses for photo. I need them for post.
Okay,
Why am I
anyway,
saying this? You
here
don't
we
need
go.
to know this.
Right.
Here we go. Finished
Finished
object.
object.
Look.
Focus,
Boom.
Mary Beth, focus!
Okay. So, one of our knit-alongs is a Doctor Who knit-along that we are doing in conjunction with Vegan Jelly from the Knitting Broomstick and Enai from This Old House. I think not This Old House, This Old Knit. I think her name is Nina. But I know she's Enai on Ravelry, and we will put that up. Anyway, this is going to be my contribution to the Doctor Who knit along. It is the Pebble Beach shawl. Actually, it's a Pebble Beach shawlette. It is by A Curious Handmade, and the yarn I used is Sweet Sparrow Yarns in her nuthatch base, and which is her basic fingerling sock fingering weight, and then I did it in the crocus colors from the Secret Garden. And oh, that's perfect right there. That is perfect. You can really see the colors. It's so beautiful. The purples and golds and greens, and then every now and then there's a splash of white. It's just the most beautiful yarn and so much fun to work with. It's Sweet Sparrow Yarns on Etsy, and she is Julie Rose Sews on Instagram, and she has a podcast that is Sweet Sparrow Knits. So if you want to go find her, but it's just absolutely gorgeous. Lots of lace, as you can see, and then the bottom lace down here. I'm not holding it up right. There, you can just see it was the bottom piece is just yarn over, knit two together the entire length of the shawl.
Did you say that you need to block it? I know we've said this 3
Oh,
times.
yes. In one of the iterations, I said that this needs to be blocked still. It is an ABBFO, all but blocked. So it is going to be a little bit longer and a little bit deeper when I'm done.
I think it's going to be a lot longer.
Yeah, because when you stretch it, it really kind of stretches.
And
this is going to, yeah. And it has this very, very delicate picot binding on the bottom. So, I don't know if you can see. My arms are way too short. Oh, that's perfect right there. Really, really delicate, tiny little points. So, it's such a pretty feminine shawl. I love it. I had so much fun knitting it. The only thing I ran into was I noticed that my stitch count was not the same as hers. And we're running into it again with another shawl that we're doing that was done by her. But when I got past the point where I was worrying about the fact that my stitch count wasn't right, I realized that I have the right number of rows and everything. So it may just be that something happened with the pattern. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, we decided it was more the pattern, not you.
Yeah, because I have the right number of...
I mean, if you follow all the steps of the pattern, you've got the right number of stitches.
Right. And I have the right number of yarn over rows type of thing. So I know that I didn't skip a chunk because I was off by, I think, 93 stitches. So, I mean, it wasn't like I was off by 2 or 5. I was off by 93. So that's a lot. But it's beautiful.
It is.
I adore it. I really, really love it. So, Doctor Who, I am tying this into Doctor Who by the 10th Doctor said goodbye to Rose Tyler on the beach in an alternate world. This is the Pebble Beach shawl. In my mind, there are pebbles on the beach. So,
anything to make it work.
Yep, that's what it does. So, it is beautiful.
It is.
I would put it back on again, but I'm so warm. And I've had it on 3 times so far. It's killing me.
Summer is here.
Yes. Summer in New Jersey.
We were just talking about it last night. We can't believe 4th of July is next weekend.
Oh, it seems like we just started.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy.
It'll be Christmas before you know it. You were
Doctor Who.
Doctor Who.
Doctor Who. I took a chunk out because we said some things we shouldn't have. I did. I said things I shouldn't have. So I took it out. Let's hope I remember to take it out. This is my Doctor Who show.
I think by the time we're done editing,
there's going to be 1 minute left.
No. This is not going to make any sense. Nobody's going to know what the hell we're talking about from second to second.
It's been a really weird morning so far.
Yeah, it really...
Okay. Would you like to show your Doctor Who?
Yes.
Okay.
My Doctor Who is not done. But we decided...
What you should have been doing while we were looking at the pictures was finishing your row.
I should have. I'm in the middle of a row.
Which you would know if you had seen the last one we filmed.
But she wouldn't let me stay home and finish it. She made me come to work.
I did. I am such a taskmaster.
Anyway. This is my Doctor Who. I'm doing this is the Talisman Shawl, which is from the Shawl Society. Which is a secret society. My needle's insisting on poking through. If only I had a needle cozy. Anyway.
Would you like some help? We have to get
I
focused
need a
here.
lot of help.
We need
So-
focusing. Okay.
This is my Doctor Who. It's the Talisman Shawl by Curious Handmade. It's Nooch Fibers is the yarn. It is 75. No, actually, I think it's 80-10-10. Merino, cashmere, nylon.
Oh, it's an MCN.
Yes,
See,
it
I'm
is.
learning this
Yes.
technology, these
It
terminology
is most
now.
definitely an MCN.
Every time she works on it, she takes out the ball of yarn and she hands it to me. She's like, just squish it.
It's so squishy.
It's so soft and squishy. Here, I'll hold this. You show your yarn.
Anyway, I've been saving this yarn when I got it months ago. And it just reminded me, I call it my Starry Starry Night yarn. Because it reminds me of Starry Starry Night by Van Gogh. And it's just got knit up. It's got such an impressionist look
It
to
does. It's
It's
beautiful.
just knitting up beautifully. And so I decided that it would be my Vincent and the Doctor shawl, because that is my favorite episode of Doctor Who.
I think actually the name of it is Monet's
No.
something on the River d'Anjou, or
What?
The name of that?
Is it Monet?
I think so. I'm not sure.
I've lost my tag,
I should not say anything.
so I have no idea.
I'm making things up left and right.
That's how we roll here. If we
If
don't
we don't know
know,
the answer,
we
we
make it up. And just, say it with conviction.
There you go.
Anyway, so I'm about 35% done. I am working very hard to get it done by Thursday, because that's when the cow ends. Because when Meredith and I started our Ravelry group, we decided that if we ran a cow, we would make sure that we did our best to participate
And finish the object.
and finish the object. So,
I have done so. However, I
still have 4 days.
Yes.
So
and we have somebody in the group who I think has entered 15 pairs of socks.
yes. And somebody else, she's done a pair of socks. She's done a shawl.
Somebody did a little washcloth.
Yep. Tina's done a couple hats.
Yeah, they're putting us to shame.
Really, very
So-
much to shame. However,
It's okay.
Right.
We do what we can.
we
so.
do what we can. So I'm going to really work. I've put all my other things aside, and this is all I'm knitting on, which is very hard for me. But
It's beautiful.
it is beautiful, and I'm getting the further along I get, the more excited I get about it. So
Also, do you want to show the row?
oh, it's a relatively easy pattern. It's mostly knits and pearls, and then every 10 or 15 rows there's this star. Can you see it? I can't see because I'm blocking my face.
Yes.
Star pattern.
However, if we pull it down, okay, you hold out, I'll hold out, and you pull down. There. It's right here, going across here. You can just see a little bit of it. It's a star.
It's very,
flower
very
type.
subtle star, and kind of goes with the whole Starry Starry Night.
It does. It works perfectly.
So
It is beautiful.
it is so soft.
Yeah.
And squishy.
It's
I now
gorgeous.
know why everybody holds their yarn up to their face.
The thing about the star stitch, though, is you have 3 stitches that you're working with, and you have to make sure one of them is the yarn over. You have to make sure the yarn over is in the right spot, because I have mine, and my first row of it, I didn't realize that, and I did it.
Yeah,
I knit them in the wrong order, and instead of getting a lovely little
That's what happens.
star, you get a hole.
So, see, there's my hole.
Yeah, so you have to make sure that you knit the stitches in the right order, because once we figured that out, then it's a piece of cake.
And I'm using my Knit Picks, Knitter's Pride marbles, which I really was not thrilled with to begin with. I won them. I won an interchangeable set,
Which was an awesome prize.
which
to
was
win.
really an awesome prize, especially since now I'm getting used to them. They do have a drag, which is pros and cons. It keeps the stitches on your needles, so that if you're working with fingering weight or something like that, where they have a tendency to slip off, it's really pretty good. They're very, very light, which is good. When you're knitting with them, it's not like it's not like the chowkers are overly heavy, but these are very light. So
These are my
I am
Neanderthal needles.
Susan Boyd.
Susan Bates, Susan Boyd,
Bates,
something
whatever.
like that. My Neanderthal. These are not light.
No,
They're not
see,
heavy, but
I
they're
mean,
not light. Yeah.
I mean, they feel so heavy here.
Yeah.
So I'm actually enjoying. I do not enjoy them for lace work because the tips are dull. They're not. I don't think they're meant for lace. So if you have to do a lot of digging through stitches, is what I consider it. You're going to split your yarn, but that's not what they're meant for.
I tried using them. For me, they don't work. I do not like using them. I like metal.
You knit too tight.
Well, that's what we figured too. But I like metal needles. Also, I am a very tight knitter, so that for me trying to do it, get into stitches and things like that, it's not right for me. But this is my talisman shawl. I'm not quite as far along as Helen is.
However, you finished your Pebble Beach.
I did finish my Pebble Beach,
but
I'm coming along. Gorgeous. This is Dragonfly yarn, and I think it's on the marketplace. I think is the color, but it's just so pretty. I love the colors. This is me, right here in a skein. This is me. I adore it. Love it.
Lots of orange.
Lots of orange. Orange is my favorite color. It has been since I was a baby. I always loved orange things, and rainbows. I'm a bright rainbowy type person. Look, I'm attached.
We're not big on grays and browns, and
I do like chocolate brown, but I go more brown than you do. But it's just it's not. I'm rainbow bright primary colors. So that is my talisman shawl. We are having so much fun with this, and we just got the email that said start thinking about your yarn for shawl number 2. So now I'm panicking and thinking I've got to get this done. So we have
Shawlapalooza coming up.
Yes. Shawlapalooza is something at our local yarn store that we will talk about when we get to what we've been doing about town. So it's about town. So, okay. Next.
Whips. Oh, I have a hoe.
That's right. You do. You didn't show this before, did you?
I don't have a hoe.
You don't have a hoe?
My hoe's in the car.
Oh, no. Do you want to go get it?
Nah.
Show it next week?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a hoe.
You know, for somebody who does not know about knitting, that just is so wrong.
I have a half-finished object. I have a sock. I've even started the second sock. It was originally the pair of socks was supposed to be in the Grocery Girls Fancy Feet Cowl. Didn't get that done. So now I'm doing the second sock is the Grocery Girls second sock of summer.
There you go.
So, however, it's my happy feet. If you've watched previous episodes, you've seen the progress on them. So one of them's done.
It's beautiful.
It's my car knitting, which is why it's in the car.
Right. I drive. She knits. Because, as we all know, if she drives, I sleep. So one of us might as well be knitting.
Yeah.
And while I'm driving, for the most part, I'm not sleeping, so it's good.
Which is we appreciate.
Yeah, right. Everybody else in the car
appreciate your sacrifice there.
Everyone else in the car appreciates that. Okay, so should we? What else do you have?
Well, it's been a while. So I have my blight.
Okay, go ahead. I didn't bring all my whips because I have about 15 of them. Not really. I only have, I think, 7. But
I really haven't done that much at all.
Yeah, I figured I would leave things home that I didn't do that much on.
So this is where we were last episode. But it's so pretty.
It is. Now this is your Sweet Sparrow yarn.
This is my Sweet Sparrow yarn. It's pure resin. You can't really see. It doesn't look as bluey green as it is.
It's like a minty green.
The green today is just awful in this. So, okay. Light.
Beautiful. The pattern is so pretty.
So this is when I was talking about my my Knitter's Pride needles. They would not work for this lace work. I'm using Chowgoos with their pointy ends, and it's, as far as I'm concerned, the only way to do something like this, unless you've got hires or something. But, so, it's my belief.
Did you bring your sweater?
I did. I think so.
We started a summer sweater. We are doing, our other Cal is our summer sweater knit along. And The only thing you need to do is be working on a sweater this summer. It doesn't have to be a summer sweater. It just has to be a sweater that you're working on. It can be a Rhinebeck sweater or whatever kind of sweater you want. And we are trying to finish 3 sweaters over the course of the summer. I don't know how close we're going to get to that, but we're trying.
I figure 2 sweaters, because Mrs. Weason's going to take a while.
Yeah.
And so. This is... It's been so long since I worked on it.
The Tiny Shoots?
Tiny Shoots, I think is what it's called?
Yeah, the Tiny Shoots. Who's it by? But I don't remember. We're both doing the same sweater.
Katie Heppel. You can kind of see the lace. It's got lace in the front. Right here, I'll show you.
Hers is so pretty. Look at that. Oh my god. So you're not in the middle of a row now, are you?
No, because I'm done.
So that's what the top.
So this is the top front. You can see I'm starting to go off towards armholes. And I'm to the point now where this all goes on a stitch holder, and I start the back so that I can join them.
She did purple along the top.
Yep.
That is so, so pretty.
And we're using Knit Picks Pima cotton, which is really, it's such soft, lovely cotton. I believe it's got about 10% acrylic in it so that it'll hold its shape. It's obviously been crinkled up in my bag for a while, so it's very wrinkly. But I just love the lace.
It's gorgeous. So, so pretty.
So I have to finish my Doctor Who, and then I get to start working on this stuff again.
Well, I brought mine because this is the saga of my sweater. Because it is a saga with me and the sweater. I'm beginning to think that I'm not supposed to do this sweater. I had started, and I got myself completely done to a certain point, and my lace looked terrible. And then Helen started going through hers, and I looked over and I'm like, oh, that's what the lace is supposed to look like. Mine looks like a hot mess. It was not in any kind of pattern whatsoever. So, I was doing mine, this is yours, on, it's peony, the pink is peony, and then the gray is whisper. And originally I had the gray at the top, and I was going to do the lace, no, I was going to do the gray at the top, and then I was going to do the body in pink, and just have the sleeves in gray. And then I thought, well, maybe what I'll do is I'll do pink around the top, I was going to do gray on the top, and the sleeves, and the lace, and then do the body in pink, and then I thought, all right, maybe I'll do pink around the top, and then gray for the lace and sleeves, and I don't know what the hell I'm doing with it. It's such a mess. I have screwed up one of the stitches, which is why I stopped, because it was 10 o'clock at night, and the reason I screwed it up was because I kept falling asleep. So I'm taking it out again. This is going to be the 3rd time that I'm frogging this, and I'm really beginning to think that maybe I should be doing another sweater.
I believe the world is telling you.
The knitting world,
Move on.
the knitting gods are telling me that it might be time to pick a different sweater and do that instead, because this is
Stop
just
being such a lemming and copying me, Mary Beth.
I would like to point out that I found it first.
But I knit it first. My
I
pattern.
started it first.
But I knit it properly.
There is that. I cannot argue. So I'm thinking I am frogging the tiny shoots, and I may be just finding another sweater to do with
Just do a simple raglan knit sweater.
I'm going to
It is all
I'm
yours.
going to put it together. And I'll just have braids
Right.
hanging.
We'll get you a hot pink bra.
No, because that won't go with my pants. Because that's the only thing that I'm going to... Okay,
Okay,
anyway.
we warned you at the beginning of the episode.
Alright. I'm getting rid of this.
Moving on.
I'm going to start something else.
This is my second sweater.
Okay.
This is supposed to be my Rhinebeck sweater. And since it has dawned on me that next weekend is the 4th of July, I'm beginning to think it's maybe my Rhinebeck 2020.
No, we said that you're going to wear it however far you can. You're just going to be walking
I'll have to
through.
borrow your hot pink bra.
Well, at least it'll go with the... Oh my god, okay, anyway. You just start being an adult, for God's sake. Okay, go ahead.
Anyway. So, I am doing the coastal pullover.
Towards me. There you go.
We're just such a hot mess. Anyway, I'm doing...
Please excuse us.
by Knitbot. I thought it was Knitbot. Okay. So,
I love this pattern. I'm
is
stealing this
full of
pattern once you're done.
cables.
I'm not going to do it in my for my Rhinebeck sweater, but I am going to steal this pattern. It's gorgeous.
And I'm doing it in Knit Picks Wool of the Andes Tweed and Autumn Heather. It is 20% Donegal Tweed and 80%...
Tweed.
I said tweed.
You said tweed.
I said tweed.
I swear to
Anyway,
God. There you go. Go ahead.
80% Highland wool. So, I have gotten to the point, it's a top-down sweater, and I have just joined for knitting in the round. And yeah, like you can see, anything. I've got some of the cables started already.
The color is beautiful.
It is. It's a beautiful color. I'm excited about the sweater.
We're having an argument about the color, though. I tell her it's brown, and she
It is
says
not
it's
brown.
red.
I won't wear it if it's brown.
Which is good, because...
But there is red. It's red.
It's got red in it.
There is not. This is not brown. It's red.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm Knitter's Pride again. My marbles. And they work very well for the worsted weight yarn. So I'm excited about the sweater. I enjoy knitting the sweater. I need to win the lottery. This whole job thing is getting in my way.
Getting in the way of knitting. It really is.
So,
you know, working just gets in the way.
I think we should all stop working.
We're going to start a strike.
That's it.
A worldwide strike.
I'm going with the barter method.
Okay.
I'm not sure my landlord. I will knit him a sweater.
We already said that we're going to knit him the $1,800 sweater. I was going to bring my Rhinebeck sweater, but I have done just a couple of rows of the ribbing. I haven't gotten very far, so I figured rather than do that, it's silly to show that I've come maybe an inch since the last time I showed it. So,
excuse me for constantly bending over. It's just my stuff.
As
is on the
any
floor.
kind of podcaster knows, surrounding us.
Yes, this
All
is
sorts
just a
of stuff.
disaster, and
Yes.
the fact that we each have a dog in between our feet limits the room.
We did do that at the top of one of the episodes that we started. I think it was one that didn't make it, though. We have 2 dogs that come to the store every day. They're Spike and Drusilla. You may hear them. Sometimes they pop up and you can see them, but for the most part, they're
being
good.
really very good today. They're very tired.
And so they are usually at our feet. Oh, man, you're going to put me to shame with this one, too?
No, you're further along on that than I am.
Okay. So these are our Mrs.
What
Weasley
is happening
sweaters.
below screen is I'm pulling out my Mrs. Weasley sweater. And
So we should explain what the Mrs. Weasley sweaters are.
this is the Lifesavers fingering weight cardigan.
I am not attached. And for a minute there, I started to panic.
And what we are doing
Makes sense.
is instead of doing Cozy Memories blanket with our minis, we are making cardigans. So we take a mini and we each knit 6 rows, which is going to become a problem as the rows get bigger and bigger.
We may just cut it down then.
Right. But
What we do is we take a mini, knit 6 rows, and then pass it to the other person,
Right.
so everybody, as in both of us, get to put the mini in our sweaters.
so what it might be is that you knit 6 with your mini, and then like I knit 6 with my mini, and then you get whatever's left. And
Right.
you get as many rows as you can.
Okay, so with this one here, is this self-striping yarn?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's gorgeous.
So this is my, again, not very far along, top down. And I haven't done much since our last episode. This was my progress keeper from Tina. Thank you, Tina. So I just love looking at it because, as we've said before, this sweater is not going to be for everybody, but I'm going to love it. I'm going to look like a crazy woman.
I don't think so.
Would I wear it? But I just love the idea of it.
And I love the fact that it's knitting up so beautifully.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the colors. It is so, so pretty.
And we're using, essentially, as we said, we're passing minis back and forth. And I just love the fact that they're two totally different sweaters.
But every now and then you're going to see something that looks familiar. Like, I think this one.
This one right is mine here. Yeah.
No, this one here, I think is that one.
Oh, okay.
So we'll see bits and pieces that are the same, but it's so, so pretty and so soft and light. I mean, I love knitting, other than the fact that the stitches are tiny, and it takes a long time to get across a row.
And when you get to the pro row, it gets a little.
But I think I dropped a stitch here. I have a little hole.
It's not your raglan hole? Oh no, you dropped a stitch. Can you see the stitch?
I can't see the stitch, so I don't know what I did. I'll sew it up. Anyway.
And fingering weight, Chow Goose.
Yeah, oh yeah. Love Chow Goose. Remember back at the beginning when we said that we weren't going to spend money on needles, we were going to spend money on yarn?
We were not going to be needle snobs.
We actually, no, we didn't lie. We just didn't know.
Yes.
Now we know.
We needed it. We needed a set, and we got it from Chelsea Yarns, and she had Chow Goose, so we tried them and never looked back.
Love them. Absolutely love them. So.
And they've come out with a new set. She was telling us it's
Chow Goose Lights.
Chow Goose Lights. They're for socks. It's an interchangeable set.
And
we obviously forgot to silence our phones.
Okay, so here's the cord. Now, if you figured that about half that cord is the cord for the light.
It's like a piano wire.
It's so thin. Really, really thin.
And
very supple.
I think she said it starts with 000, the tips, and goes up to 3. The 000 US and goes up to a 3 US, I think.
Oh, really? It's not going to go above a 3?
No, it's a sock kit. So it's all just.
I need 6s, Chow Goo. I do shawls. Right. I love knitting shawls. I actually think these are 6s too, because I think I'm doing a 6 for the fingering weight.
Yeah, they're 6s.
So tight.
Are mine 5s?
Yours may be 5s. No, I think they're 6s also because I don't think they had 5s. I think we both went with 6s on this.
Okay, I can see.
Anyway.
Chow Goo 5, 3.75.
Oh, never mind. I lied. Making things up again.
There you go. 5s and 6s. That's why I don't necessarily need an interchangeable set, because I just need sets of 5s, 6s, and 1s and 2s for socks.
Yeah. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful looking sweater. Love it. Love it, love it, love it.
Oh, we get to move the progress keepers. I forgot.
That's right. Here is my progress keeper, also from Tina. Tina gave it to Helen, and Helen shared with me, which was so nice of her. So thank you so much, Tina, for sending them, because they're beautiful. Mine is, I don't know why I can't get it there, because it's backwards, and I'm trying to go the wrong way. It's a little teacup, see?
That's not from Tina.
No?
Nope.
Megan?
No, my first swap partner.
Oh, okay.
She is Theo Librarian on, and I'm so sorry I don't remember your name.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Okay, moving on.
On to the thing I really want to knit.
Okay, now move my progress keeper. All right,
my thing was going off, and now your thing is going off. I just want to make sure.
Okay. All right, I will start with mine because we're knitting the same thing again.
I'm so glad I worried.
Here we go.
Sorry, our phones are going off, and we're just making sure it's not important.
We are both making the Drakenfell shawl by Melanie Berg. I adore her shawls. Absolutely adore her shawls. The needles are sticking through.
Needle cozy.
Yeah. Okay. I have gotten to... So this is where it's... I'm sorry for all the strings.
You've woven your ends.
I know, if I did. So cheater. Goodness. Alright, so here we go. This is how...
Start up at the bottom.
Right, this is the bottom. Okay, it comes up. You add in color B. This is A.
gorgeous.
This is color B. And then you come up, and after doing that, then you go into stripes, and you do stripes of A, B, A, B, A, B, until you get to one stripe of C. And then you go back to A, B, A, B, A, B, and then I have just started the next set, which is going to be BC. And I'm going to be doing stripes of BC, BC, BC. I am doing 3 colors of blue that are Barocco. I may actually have Barocco, no, not Modern Fun. Vintage DK. It is the Barocco Vintage DK. Oh, look at that. I'm holding up the thing with my hand completely covering whatever is in. Look, it's a blue and black label. That's all you can see. Okay, so my 3 colors are, here is color A. Here is color B. No, I got this. I'm good. Thank you. You can just grab there. Okay. And here is color C. So those are my 3 colors right there. Which are so, so pretty. I am a bluish type of person. So, and here is where I was last time. My little pink butterfly from Chili Knits. So I've come that far.
It is so much fun to knit because it is knit.
Knit. It's all knit.
You just knit along and you change colors every couple rows.
And every now and then you throw in an extra couple of stitches on this side so that you get the crescent. And you decrease on this side so that you keep the straight.
Yep.
But it is just, it's beautiful. And it's just, that's the back. Okay. See how beautiful it is? And it's just going to be so nice and warm and lovely.
Yeah, this is worsted weight or DK.
DK.
So, just beautiful.
It's, I think it's
got nylon. It's wool and nylon blend.
It's no, that's the wrong one. Sorry. I don't know why I have all these other tags in here. It is
100-gram ball. It's what?
52 acrylic, 40 wool, 8 nylon. You would never guess it from feeling it. It feels beautiful, but the stitch definition comes through really beautifully. So it's just a gorgeous, gorgeous scarf. It's going to be lovely. So, would you like me to hold something, or are you good? Okay.
Because 2 of them are attached.
Okay.
So for my Drakenfels, this is my color A. This is color B. It's being totally blown out.
Yeah.
It is a blush pink. And then this is my color C.
It's like the cups, moving the cups around. Which one has?
So,
there you go.
Those are my 3 colors.
Do you want me to hold? You good?
Yeah. Let's
okay.
Back in the bag.
Your color C pops so much more than mine does. Okay. So, look at that.
This is my.
And I think that's one thing I would change if I did this again, is pick a color C that pops more.
Mine is huge.
Okay, so we were talking about how I knit so tightly. Let's line this up. So mine is here. I'm so tangled. Okay. This is here. Hold
Same
it down
yarn.
to the beginning of your second. Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. So this is
Same yarn, same needles.
same needles. Look how much longer hers is, and how much
And
wider hers is, because she's a much looser knitter than I am. So it's just kind of
However,
funny.
what's funny is yours. I like yours better because of the tighter stitches. I think if I did mine again, I'd go down.
A size
a
needle
needle.
size, yeah. It's so, so pretty.
It is.
I love this hot pink coming through. It is gorgeous.
Yeah.
And at the end, there's a stripe, a thick stripe of the color C.
Yeah, I'm almost. I think I'm getting. No, I've got a little bit more to go. But this is where I was last time. we podcast. I was just about to add the first row of C, and I've gotten to the point now where I am done with A altogether. I am now in B and C colors until the end. I love knitting this thing.
I know, this is great to do at night.
In front of the TV.
In front of the TV, because it's knitting. You don't have to worry about yarn overs or stitch counts or anything like that. You just knit.
The only problem is it's big. It's DK weight yarn. And it's 100 degrees.
It's not too bad.
No, it's not. And we have a fan, so...
This color, when you look at it up close, there are hints of that pink in it.
Yeah, you get it.
It's so pretty.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
That is my Drakenfels.
So do you have any other whips?
I think that might be it.
I think that's all I brought.
My socks are in the car.
Yeah, no, that's all I brought. I'm done. All right. So, shall we do acquisitions? We got some acquisitions.
Is it time for the wool pig?
Yes, I think it is. Yarn Pig is here.
Notice the wool pig has no clothes.
As
we explained last time, he has a scarf. And when we're very bad, he has to wrap the scarf way around him so you see.
But we were good.
We were very good. Very busy. It's over here.
Don't know where it is.
It's over here.
Oh, okay. I was going to say it was so small, I've lost it.
So, wool pig.
Wool pig. I'll hold up. Here's wool pig.
This is yours?
Yes. So this is my acquisition. This is Cascade Yarns Ultra Pima, 100% Pima cotton in color 3749. That's such
We're
a
going
letdown.
to call it Peach Fizz.
Such a letdown. But it is a lovely yellowy
Tangerine
orange.
orange.
It's like a yellowy orange. It's beautiful. So I am thinking that this is going to be a great pop of color for the love of, Random Acts of Color shawl.
Yes.
Or this would be a great thing to do socks in, like Hermione's Everyday Socks, or a sock that has a pattern. So that... because it'll show up.
You should make him a little scarf.
Okay, we'll take a little bit and make a scarf. So it's gonna be something. It's just such a great sunshiny orangey color. I love it. It's beautiful, and it is 100% Pima cotton.
You did that. What was the weight?
It is. Oh, they're 100 grams, 220 yards. So I'm thinking it's a little bit thicker than regular fingering. So is that
a lot
sport?
A lot thicker, because regular fingering is going to be like 400 yards.
Yeah, so
more of a sport weight probably.
But it's beautiful. So that was my one acquisition this week. We really did go very light.
Yes, because this is my one acquisition. I got a sock ruler. So necessary. But
mundane.
Yes, very mundane. I opted not to get a skein of yarn. I got the sock ruler instead.
Because she's going to measure out socks and things like that.
So
we will figure. We'll add to it as we go.
Yep.
So good.
We were gifted.
I know. We did get something in the mail.
Just watch your drink.
Oh, good grief! Thank you. Okay. Alrighty. This is from a viewer. We started to do a mini skein swap, and there was a whole saga about somehow, well, with everything that happened, I wound up with 5 swap partners, and Helen wound up with 2. And one of the swap partners was one of our viewers, Teresa, who sent us an Instagram message and said, if you don't have a swap partner, I'd love to swap with you. And we said, yes, most definitely. So then she just went wild and sent us this amazing box of stuff. Look at this box. This is our box. It is.
And what was lovely is she was swapping with Mary Beth, but the box is addressed to
both of us,
Helen and Mary Beth.
So she sent us this card. This lovely card. Look at the colors. It's such a spring, happy, beautiful card. just really, really nice. And she said some beautiful things about the podcast and everything. It's
thank you.
Thank you so much, Teresa. I really
so generous, nice. And as you will see,
she had it divided in half, and half was my stuff and half was Helen's stuff.
She labeled it, and she based on watching the podcast, she said she picked the colors based on what she thought we would like, and she just
nailed it.
Hit it
100%, nailed it
right on.
So there's going to be some crinkling because it's all wrapped in plastic, but she did such a beautiful job of doing it that we didn't want to take it away. Okay, so this is one of mine. This is one of my things of minis.
I love how she wrapped them too.
It looks like gobstoppers. I mean, you can't really see because of the plastic, but there's some of the colors. And she labeled each of them. Which, for anybody who was one of our partners and we did not label them, we will try very hard to do better in the future because it's so nice to see what everything is. But there's Lemonade Shop,
Babs,
Hedgehog Fibers, Knit Picks. There's all sorts of good things. Is this me too?
No, this is me.
That's
I got in here I've got Up in Yarns, Knit Picks, Knitting in Color, Blissful Knits.
All these people we follow on Instagram and love their colors and their yarns.
And that's the great thing about these mini swaps is you get them and you get to test out ones that all you know are pictures, but you get to test out and see how they knit and decide, oh my God, I must have.
Right.
Because that will be the case always.
Of some things, yes. And then, whose is this? That's you. You want to show that?
So in here, I have Spun White Round, Hedgehog, Knit Picks, No Makers, Lemonade Shop. I mean, really, really nice yarn that she gave up, which is so nice. The wool pig has died.
Oh no, get the wool pig. It's because he's jealous.
The wool pig jumped. However, Drusilla caught him. Everything's fine. Just a little...
Excuse.
He will rest. He will sit on the Doctor Who bag and stare balefully at us.
Okay.
He wants to be on screen. Anyway, so that's my second round of minis. So beautiful.
Here's my second round of minis, where there's Patton's Croix and Opal and Mystery one because she forgot, which is fine.
Really?
I didn't label any of mine, so I have no idea what they were. But just really, really pretty striping and everything. And the way she wrapped them, too, she did it where she did all the colors, the way the yarn dyers do it, where they've got the colors together. I mean, she did such a nice job with it. So
much, aside from the amount that she gave, the amount of time that was taken in putting it together and making it look good for us is really just so appreciated.
So, no, but...
And now I want to drop everything I'm knitting and put these in my sweater.
Right. But that's not it, because there's more.
Not even close.
This is you.
So this is where she tried to get our colors right. Which, just perfect. This is like a mauvey pink.
To me. There. That's perfect.
And then a minty green. And you really couldn't get it any better for me. The mauve is... Knit Pick Stroll Fingering in Seashell Tonal. And then this is Haute Knit, which I just started following her on Instagram. I just found her on Instagram. She's gorgeous dyed yarn. And it is Summer Breeze Drifting Away. So, just perfect. And, socks, heels, toes, and cuffs.
So, and then, talking about getting it perfect. Look at this yarn. Is that not me or what? I love it. I absolutely love it. That is Knit Picks in cartoon. That's the name of it. The cartoon's hand-painted Knit Picks.
And then show the blue because you can't really see.
And then the blue is Haute Knit. It's electric.
It's electric.
Oh yeah, please.
Boogie woogie.
The electric slide, which picks up the blue inside the skein of yarn. It's just gorgeous, and I cannot wait to work with this. It is so beautiful. So thank you so much, Teresa.
Oh no,
we're not done yet.
Not done yet.
This is me. Okay, so she also sent us some cotton yarns, stripy cotton yarns. This is Sugar and Cream, and that is, think it's a number colorway.
No,
They
it's
do a
going to
number.
be on the side. Here, keep going. Turn around.
Seriously, I think my color is
No, Summer Splash.
Summer Splash. Okay, sorry. It's Summer Splash for sugar and cream, and then this is.
I love this
I
cotton.
love this cotton. Does this one have one?
Up here. Aqua Ombre.
I seriously can't see anything. I need to put on my glasses. Anyway, that is the second skein. So cotton yarn for cotton socks. I told her I am going to conquer socks. I'm going to get socks done. I have a set of needles that are sitting at home waiting that are the right size and everything. I'm going to start with a simple vanilla sock with just stripies, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to get it done.
So I love this cotton, so pretty, which it is. Lovely colors. And then pinky stripes in the sugars and cream. It's again, just perfect.
Absolutely perfect. We're not done yet. Teresa has started making stitch markers and progress keepers
So in her notes, she said she sent us a couple
for us
for us to
to
try out.
try out.
Okay, we'll hold them up together. So this is a couple.
Oh my god.
This is awesome.
Oh my god.
And
I
she
am
does
in
them
such desperate need of stitch markers.
right, because we tried making some and our jump rings separate so that it's catching on our yarn and
My
moving
the
raglan.
The raglan line of my yarn, of my Mrs. Weasley sweater is zigzag because the stitch marker kept moving over and I was following along, not paying any attention. Then I realized it's going in a zigzag. These are rubber ones,
Which are going to just be so useful.
and they
Especially, you know, when you're casting on for like a sweater or something and you have to cast on 300 stitches.
Oh my gosh.
And you want to mark every 10 stitches. These are going to be perfect.
So you don't have to count every single
Right.
one. You just count by
And
tens.
every time.
But look, she's got in large needle sizes. She's got teeny tiny ones for like 1s and 2s. I think these are even larger needle sizes. A whole bunch of them. And then
Here are all the stitch markers. These are progress keepers. Look at all these progress keepers.
just got little ovals and leaves and stars and turtles. Oh my god, they're just crazy. And then the progress keepers are crabs and there's a sheep. Oh my god, there's just so many of them. They're wonderful. I'm showing these to you like you can actually see them. I'm sorry.
I got a turtle. Yeah, it's
just a blob right now.
But there's so many of them, and they're so perfect because all the projects we've got going on.
We need a ton of stitch markers and progress keepers.
And ones that work.
Right.
And thank you.
Thank you so much. Teresa, honestly, this was such a lovely, lovely package to open up. I love these little progress keepers that look like little keyholes that you can just attach. And then we have little stitch markers that have little beads on them. Just tiny little stitch markers. Anyway, thank you so much. It was so generous of you. It was really lovely. So,
and now we made ourselves keep them in their packaging, and we can start
we've
putting
been
them in
sitting on them for almost a week.
Yeah.
And now we can start actually using them because we want to show. So, so we have something that we were going to do on the podcast. Megan sent us chocolate from Australia, from New Zealand, and there was one that we had never had before, and we thought, we're going to try this on air so that you can see.
Megan, please don't be upset if we don't like it.
We're going to like it. It's chocolate.
With pineapple.
It's going to be good. It's going to be really good. Just wait. Helen's going to get it. While she's going to get it, we did have, I did want to mention that Ina, who was my partner from Norway, sent us over chocolate, and we had the Melka, I'm going to say milk chocolate. I'm not going to try and butcher your language. I apologize. So delicious. Really, really, really good. Very, very good. Thank you. All right.
Okay.
These are called pineapple lumps.
They're called pineapple lumps, and we apologize, Mary. We know you don't like eating on the podcast.
But we're going to try it just to see what it's like.
But it's,
in the name of science.
in the name of science. So, I have never heard of putting pineapple and chocolate together. So
I think people drizzle chocolate on top of pineapple
Yeah.
slices.
So-
It's just something we haven't done. We come from a family that is likes to keep their fruit and their chocolates.
yes.
We do not like to mix. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm not an adventurous eater, so I approach it with a certain amount of trepidation. It smells of pineapple.
Yeah, it also smells of chocolate. Cheers.
Okay, here we
All
go.
right, here we go.
Oh, it's marshmallow.
It's very chewy. That's not
That's not
bad at
bad.
all. That's actually quite good.
Cheers to you, Megan.
See, it's marshmallow,
Something new.
but definitely pineapple and marshmallow.
Who would have thought?
That's actually very good.
Yes.
Thank you very much. I will finish that after the podcast. That actually was very good.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. Thank you so much. See, you tried something new today.
There we go.
All right. So I think what we're on to now is what is it? Toads, not Toads on the Road.
Toad on the town.
Toad in the town. Toad on the town. Toads on the town. All right.
It's
What have we
non-knitting.
been doing?
Excuse me, I
have been
Marshmallow stuck in my
we have been sewing. We've been doing a lot of sewing. We had a trunk show yesterday at Chelsea Yarns. Thank you so much, Christina, for inviting us to do it. And we were talking to my mom about it and telling her about some of the people we met. And she said, you meet the greatest people. So interesting and so nice. And I think that is the knitting community.
Yes.
So nice and such interesting people. We had a lovely time talking to people. And so anybody who came to the trunk show, thank you so much. And for buying our bags. We truly appreciate it.
I have to tell you, the greatest thing was we were at and this is maybe I said in Colson, but we were there and we set up and everything, and people were coming in, and it's a local yarn store thing. You come in and you sit down and you knit, and they'd come in and they'd sit down, and I would say 9 out of 10
I think it was 10 out of 10.
pulls out their Toad Hollow bag and starts knitting.
It was so
really
great.
so.
I'm watching. I'm like, oh, I love that bag. I know that I made it, but I love that bag. It's
Yeah.
just, I love that fabric type of thing. So we have a couple of bags to show you that we made for the trunk show because we're starting something a little bit different. But we want to show you some of the bags. We actually have bags to put up online. So hopefully by the time this podcast is up, some, if not all of them, will be listed so that if you want to buy a bag, you can buy a bag.
And if you see a bag that we show you now and it's not online, just contact us.
Yes, we are Toad Hollow NJ in Etsy, so it's etsy.com/shop/Toad Hollow NJ.
So yeah, you can either send us a conversation in Etsy, a direct message in Instagram, or Ravelry is fine.
Yeah, because we check all of them,
Yeah.
so that
I
we're
have
pretty good about getting back
my
to
Ravelry
people.
goes to my email, and I don't go far without my phone.
Right. So let's show you some bags.
Do you want to start silhouette or Toad?
No, the other ones, not those, the originals.
Oh, okay.
So just to show you
So
the different.
bottom of the pile.
Yes. Well, I didn't make the pile. You did. Show you the different size bags we make.
You talk, I'll model.
Okay. This is our sock bag, our one skein project.
And, right?
We call it the Anne. We name all our bags after our favorite female authors. So Anne is for Anne Perry, Anne Tyler. If you take off the E, Anne Patchett. 3 of our favorites.
And we'll go with one of our favorite characters of all time.
Yes, from Anne of Green Gables. This is in our forest colorway?
So it's box bottom.
Right. They have probably a 4-inch bottom and a different fabric inside. And
just it deceptive for the size, but there's a lot of room in there.
Yes. Yes.
I have in this size my socks. I use this size for my socks. And I have 2 full skeins, a hoe, and my whip.
Right. And all of our bags, our knitting bags, we put a grommet on our knitting bags except for one style. But the rest of them, 2 styles. Oh, okay, for 2 styles. But for the sock bags, they all come with a grommet in them. And what you do is you put your yarn inside the bag and feed it out through the grommet, and then you can knit without the ball of yarn rolling all over the floor. So
you have your bag, and inside your bag is your work in progress. So you pull it out, and you do your knitting, and got a long tail. So you just pull it out as you knit, so it's staying inside the bag. But then when you're done, you just
tuck it all back inside.
Roll back in.
And we leave a spot at the end for the zipper so that when you zipper it closed, the yarn doesn't get caught.
It's right there.
So, and then everything's in there. If you drive a lot, you know, or if you take the train or anything like that, this is a great thing because if you drop the bag, the ball's not going to go wandering all over.
And this size we do not interface.
So it's soft and squishy.
And you
meant to just
squish it up and throw it in a bigger bag.
Right. Go into your pocketbook, whatever. So this is our forest one. This is another example of one of our fabrics. This is our Spells and Potions. So it'll have owls and crows. And spell bottles and spiders and bats. It may not look exactly like this one.
This one is, the pattern repeat is very big, so that it depends on where we cut it as to how it's going to look. So we will, if you ever see it online, there will always only be one of these listed because we want the picture to depict exactly what you're getting.
Right. And again, it's got the grommet in the front and the wrist handle. Then our next size up is the Kate. This is...
If you watch Die Another Day.
That's right. Our Kate showed up there. Amanda took the map pattern for this. This is our Geek Science. It's got some equations, formulas, bow ties, sunglasses, goggles, that sort of thing on it. All sorts of fun things. Inside, we always have fun fabric. This one comes with 2 grommets because very often you might be working with 2 different colors on this one. This is great for shawls and beginning blankets, summer sweaters. It's perfect size for that. So
I have my... You saw the size of my Drakenfels, what it's become. So I have all 3 balls of yarn and my Drakenfels, the actual work in progress, inside this bag, and I still have tons of room.
It stretches out to a nice big size.
Fully interfaced.
Yes, this one is stiffly interfaced. Not really, really stiff, but stiff for interfacing. It can stand up by itself and
just be open while you're working.
Right. So this is the next size. That's for Kate Norton, which is one of my favorite authors of all time. Then this is our extra large bag. This is the Louisa for Louisa May Alcott. And I have my Drakenfels.
And again, if you watch Die Another Day and you are participating in their Summer of Socks cow, this is the size that we donated for them to give away. So.
This is what it looks like when it's full. I have my Drakenfels, which I have 3 or 4 skeins of yarn in here, plus my Drakenfels, and still lots and lots of room.
You fit a small child in there too.
So this is it's a great big wonderful bag.
Again, fully interfaced, so it stands open. And the 2 grommets.
which you don't have to use if you choose not to. Some people prefer not to use grommets, and that's fine. They're there to use it if you like. If you don't like grommets, let us know. We'll take them out. So these are our original sizes, and then we have added a couple of, we went a slightly different way for the trunk show because most of the ladies that came to the trunk show had seen our bags before.
Plus, Christina advertised it, she's the owner, that we would have new styles and new designs, so we panicked.
And came up with new designs. So this is... Our idea was to take bright colors and then add silhouettes to them because we have a heat press machine that we take it's basically an iron-on, and we use the heat press and really press it into the fabric. So we decided to go with bright colors and then put the iron-on into the thing. Again, these are not interfaced, so these are squishy, meant to go in other bags.
These are the sock size.
Right. And
they have a canvas handle.
Squared off bottom.
Which we attached so it acts as like a zipper pull.
Makes it nice and easy. And we put the grommet on the back so that it didn't interfere with the pattern or the picture at all. So those are the sock sizes, the Anns. Then these are the Kates that we did.
Did you put more out there?
Yes, I didn't bring all of them. I only brought I only brought a couple of them over so that we didn't take all the time doing it. But we have the butterflies and the birds, and we went with floral patterns, and then inside different colors.
Canvas handle
and nice big squared off bottom so that you can fit a ton in there.
This is an 8-inch bottom.
I think this may be, is it 8 inches? It was 7.5, 8 inches. It's close, yeah.
Is it 3.5 inch bottom?
I think it was the 3.5.
Oh, okay, so 7-inch bottom.
But really nice and big. And then
we revamped the Louisa a little bit.
We started adding the canvas handles rather than having the wrist handle, because for this size bag we thought it would be a lot easier carrying, just picking up and carrying if you had the canvas handles. So each of them will come with 2 canvas handles. They're not meant to go over your shoulder, they're just meant to be grab and go. And then there are the 2 grommets on the back.
And if you choose not to have grommets, it's a great little tote.
Yes.
And we have, we brand. So he shows up on everything. That's our, I forget that not everybody knows.
Yes.
Our logo.
We are Toad Hollow for our bags. The bags are Toad Hollow bags.
This is our logo. So he stands under the tree, and then we pulled him out and we put him on, what is it, One-Eyed Bee? We'll double check and we'll put it on, but I believe it was One-Eyed Bee on Etsy did the labels for us. I'm trying to figure out how to get, there we go. Him more in the middle.
So this is the bag, and then this is the inside. So you can see it's really deep. It's got a lot of stuff in it. You can put a lot of stuff in there. Okay. So I brought over a couple of these to show.
And these, for the most part, we'll put up as make to order.
Right.
So that we'll make them up for you. So we'll have unlimited quantities available. Because we know we can get the fabric and make the design.
So those are those. And then this is one of our new designs that we made, that we brought. We decided to make tote bags that you can put all your other projects in. So these are huge inside. Do these have an 8-inch bottom?
A 9-inch bottom?
A 9-inch bottom, okay.
8 or 9-inch bottom.
Inside, they come with a pocket.
And these the handles go over your shoulder.
They're 22-inch handles, I think, so they go up over your shoulder. They have a toggle button so that you can button it closed if you like. But there's plenty of room so that you can get lots in there and still have it closed. If you have a really big project and you have lots and lots of stuff that you want to put in it, you can use that for this. Or, as I said, putting other project bags in it and carrying it. We put canvas on the bottom so that it's a little bit more sturdy across the bottom. Because this is meant to go down on the ground type of thing. And
fully interfaced.
Fully interfaced. This is our constellation pattern.
Toulouse-Lautrec.
This one I love. I wasn't sure about getting this fabric, and Helen insisted because she really loved it, and I'm so glad that we did because I adore it. It looks so pretty. And then
this was the most popular one at the trunk show. Paris, 1953. And we are calling this our Madeline bag.
For Madeline Langle.
This is an 18 by 20. So it's about 20 inches wide and then 18 inches deep. So it's a big size tote bag. If you're not a knitter or a crocheter, it's a great bag just a tote to have. Take it to the supermarket, take it to the beach,
and one of the things about our bags is they're 100% cotton, so they can go through the wash.
Right.
Something happens, put it through the wash.
It'll just get softer and
more pliable. Okay. And then this, our last thing, we started making this as one of the tote bags and realized that it was a little bit bigger than the tote bag. So
this is for your stash.
Calling this the gargantuan bag. We should call it the Sheila from the giant spider in Lord of the Rings. And it keeps going up and up and up. So this is a great laundry bag, or
if you want to store your stash, it is massive.
It is. I was saying that I'm pretty sure my nephew can fit in there. My mother wasn't sure, so braided. Challenge is on. I don't know that you can actually show the inside. Okay, nobody's going to want it now. Seriously?
How big it is?
Yes, it fits over Helen's massive head.
My very big brain fits in his back.
Okay. So
it is really...
It's a big bag. Really big bag. Great for storing your yarn if you want to put your yarn.
If you've got a big stash and you want to store it someplace, it's got the toggle closure. It's got a pocket inside. If you know somebody going away to school, they need...
Excuse me.
Phone. Obviously not important. You know somebody going away to school and they need to college, they need a laundry bag. It's a perfect laundry bag. Stick your quarters in the pocket and your key. Go down and do your laundry. So.
And when you're done, throw it in the wash. Take it out. Put all your clean laundry in it to take back upstairs.
And these will all hit the website this week.
Yes.
We are, our panic mode is, we're in a bit of a lull.
The last panic is over. So we are moving on.
Our next big show is at the end of July.
And we have a couple of yarn stores, orders to deliver to yarn stores. And also we took a whole bunch of custom orders yesterday. So we will be making those as well and delivering them. But for today at least, panic's over. So. Oh, wait, hold that back up because we just got really nice color again. Oh. Okay. The color has been really wonky. It's been a wonky kind of day. All right, so moving along. Are you going to keep that in front of your face? Okay. I'm just going to check quickly our show notes because there were a couple of things that we wanted to say. Okay, so we did one of the things that we did. Everybody knows about the shooting that happened in Orlando, and we live in a very small town. It's 1 square mile, so it's a nice small town. You can walk everywhere, and
Sort of Stars Hollowish.
a little bit. Yeah, you walk down the street and people know who you are. It's really very very nice. And one of the things they did was somebody organized a Lights for Orlando get together, and we did it down by the waterfront. One of the things Keyport has is this gorgeous waterfront. We're right on the Raritan Bay, and it's beautiful. They redid it after Sandy, and it's just a beautiful place to be. And what they did was they organized a group get together, and everybody came, and they lit lights. And just as it was getting to dusk, they had somebody take a picture of everybody holding up candles that they sent down to Orlando.
And they had spelled out on the lawn, love, in ribbon, so that what they did was they had the first group of people stand along the ribbon so that it was people holding lights spelling out love, and then the rest of us all, because there were so many people, it was so nice, so many people came, and we were all standing around in the background. It was just
a really nice thing, and it was a way of showing support. We can't be down there to help out, so just showing love and support for the victims and their families and everybody else, and showing something other than
show good.
Yes, not the bad stuff. And I think that a lot of different towns around the country did it at that time and sent down pictures the following day. So it was really, really nice. So we got together.
It was nice, and it was so nice to see how many people came out. And
yes.
I mean, it made you feel good again.
Yeah. And good about the people that are here in this town. It was nice.
Yeah.
It was a good night. So we had that. And that, basically, we've been sewing a lot of sewing.
Yeah.
That has been our life.
What are you reading? We're both reading the same thing. I don't know why I asked you.
Yes. Well, I finished Learning to Breathe, but I think I'd finished that the last time. So, reading A Man Called Ove.
It's actually a very good book.
It is. You start off, and I was questionable at first, but we're reading it for the book club, and I'm so glad we are, because I might have put it down otherwise.
I think I would have dropped it.
And it gets under your skin. And this crotchety old man in Sweden.
It really, I mean, you don't want to say too much about it.
Right.
Because you don't want to ruin it, but it's just...
He gets under your skin.
You start off where it's like, really, why am I reading this book? And then, as Maribeth said, it gets under your skin. So.
It's a very, very good book. I'm enjoying it.
I'm reading it on my Kindle in the morning as I knit before we come to work.
Nice way to start the morning.
Yeah. I have 2 things that I have to finish by Thursday.
Yes.
One is my book, and one is my Doctor Who shawl. And the 2 can be done at the same time.
It works out
really,
very
very,
well.
very cool.
It really does.
So I'm on strike until Thursday.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see how far that lasts.
In the name of the book club, and in the name of the Cal, I cannot work anymore.
Okay. And in the name of money, you can't eat?
No.
There. We're all right.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Watching.
I am so excited for the end of Game of Thrones tonight. I can't even tell you. Helen is just...
I'm okay.
She kind of watches it through slitted eyes.
I'm not going to ruin anything if anybody hasn't seen last week's episode. I had one outcome from this season that if it didn't happen, I had told myself that was it. I was done. I do not enjoy it as much as Mary Beth. I watch it because my entire life have been if the TV's
Huge
on,
fan of TV.
I am watching it. There's a story about me as a child. I watched the Watergate hearings with my mother, to the point where I had to come running in to tell her that the hearings were on.
Anything to be able to watch TV.
I will watch anything. As last week will attest, because I watched all Game of Thrones is not my thing. I am not into the blood and the gore and
not so much the blood and the gore, but
the rapey and all of that. But last week I will say extremely satisfied with the ending. That was
the beginning.
my one
The
outcome.
beginning was
And
kick-ass.
I gotta tell you,
I love that beginning.
it was the episode of the woman.
Yep.
And did George R. R. Martin treats women very badly, but he obviously has a tremendous
he
respect.
treats them. It's the world that he's created.
Oh, well, yeah,
Treat
it's just
women that way.
You really just kind of wonder about it, and then all of a sudden, as this is all starting to come together and come to an end, the females are the strong.
Yes, they are. It was a good episode.
Yeah.
I am looking forward to the end of that.
Yeah,
I really am.
So am I.
I am
for different reasons.
I am getting caught up on Orange Is the New Black. I am watching.
Again, not my thing.
Yeah, I'm watching that on my iPad. I finished season 2. I've just started season 3, and then I know that all of season 4 is already dropped, so I have that to look forward to. So that's what I've been working on a little bit.
And then we're working our way through Chuck.
Yeah, we decided we were going to go back and watch Chuck,
which is
very
light, silly, fun.
Really like Chuck.
Then what are we doing? We're doing Chuck.
Oh, we started Supernatural again. We decided we were going to start Supernatural because we didn't get to see any of this last season. So we're waiting for that to come to Netflix. So we figure while we're
doing a refresher course of 10 seasons.
Hey, we can do this. We have all the time in the world.
10 seasons of Dean, I can handle it.
Yeah, so we're watching a little bit of Supernatural.
And then to lighten things up, after you watch an episode of Supernatural before you go to bed, you gotta cleanse the palate.
Supernatural cannot be the last thing we watch. It just can't be.
Let's watch Supernatural and put the dogs out in the pitch black night.
Do you remember when we were in Brick? We lived in Brick, and Buffy was on regular TV,
yeah.
And it would come on, I think, at 9 o'clock on Tuesday nights. So you'd watch Buffy from 9 to 10.
And then we'd have to
take the garbage
out together because
we wouldn't do it by ourselves. It was one of those things where it's 10 o'clock.
That's great. It's garbage night. Somebody's got to take the garbage all the way up the driveway.
It was a long driveway. We had to take it down.
And we were in a kind of a secluded area so that it was pitch black on the river.
Yeah. You did it together. Mm-hmm. And we didn't even have the vampire dogs then. They hadn't come yet. So,
no.
That was a long time ago. But yeah, no,
So we watch. Anyway,
you have to
palate
do
cleanser is
after Supernatural.
The Gilmore Girls.
Right, because
you want to talk my speed. My speed is the Gilmore Girls.
Love the Gilmore Girls.
And what I love is I do not like Game of Thrones that much, but Supernatural, I love it.
Yeah, but you know what it is? It's not as bloody. There's some parts that are kind of gory, but it's not
They love their blood splatter.
Bloody. They do like their blood splatter, but they are not demeaning towards women.
And they're funny.
They are. So. Game of Thrones is not funny at all.
And they're not, the bad guys are sadistic, but even, you get Crowley, so he's funny. It's just...
But they're really
light.
not
I hate to say that Supernatural is light because it's not. It's...
Even
but
Lucifer is funny.
Yes. Well, he's really good, yeah.
That is a good sound. That means we sold something on Etsy. So you can wait until we're done. All right, we're going to go see what we sold on Etsy. I think we're finished, right? We're good?
I think so. I think we've kept people long enough.
Yeah.
And this has been a crazy episode.
It's been weird.
If you stuck with us this long...
Thank you so much.
Really?
Thank you.
If you have any questions about what we were talking about...
Just shoot us a question in the graphic.
We won't know. But we'll try and answer.
Well, I'm going to be editing it, so I'm going to go through this 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
By the time I'm done, I will be completely sick of my voice. But, that's the way it goes.
Yeah. Happy 4th of July, everybody.
Right. We may not, we might. Who knows?
Hopefully we'll get one early next week.
Yeah.
But it'll be after the 4th.
We will see. Okay.
We are, fingers crossed, going to make it down to Long Beach Island for the 4th of July.
They are doing the fireworks on the 4th, not on the 3rd, right?
Yeah, it's always on the 4th.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to have to double check that. Because we're going down Sunday night. And if they're doing it on the 3rd, we're not going down Sunday night. Because trying to get on and off Long Beach Island the night of the fireworks is just crazy.
Well, aside from the fact that the whole point we're going, not the whole point, but one of the reasons is to get a firework display.
Right. So hopefully you will be doing something fun for your 4th of July. And spending it with ones, which is what we plan to do.
Yep.
So.
And get some knitting in.
Yes. Helen's talking about bringing down sewing machines and sewing. I'm like, no. We're knitting.
We have a production schedule that needs to be...
adhered to?
Yes.
Yeah, we're knitting that day. Trust me. It's going to be fun. It's going to be hot and sticky, and we're going to be working with wool.
Yeah.
Yay.
4th of July.
Have a great week.
Stay
and we
cool.
will see you very soon.
Yes.
Bye.
And by the way, for anybody who watches this that is not in the United States, you have a good 4th of July too.
Especially if you're in England.
Yes. We're very sorry.
Bye.